So let's see, what did I learn last week? First and foremost, how I start the week off is important. So I started my week off right. I did my routine in the morning. I made sure I got through everything and just kind of set the tone for the week. And then I kind of had to make some adjustments and learn some lessons throughout, but I got back to my intermittent fasting. I hit my goal every day last week. I did my jog every morning, almost a mile. So did that every day. Then my push-ups almost every day. I think I may have missed Saturday, but I'm not certain. But I probably didn't do them if I don't remember it. Did my hyperbolic stretching routine 4 times. So because I'm just starting that, I'm a little bit more lenient with myself about doing that every single day versus just creating consistency and doing it throughout the week, and eventually I'll get there. But that's pretty challenging right now, being honest, because I'm just not as flexible as I used to be. So that I did my Duolingo every day except one, but it was a great week. I think I got a few deals at work, but I didn't really trip off of that either way. I really just prioritized going in there, being in a good mood, being positive, trying to help where I can, and not really focusing on individual success versus, doing my part and trusting that, when it's my turn, it's my turn. So I think that's the best approach, just to be a positive person and make sure, I'm contributing something to the team and also investing in myself on a daily basis, which I really can't say I did that last week. Yesterday was kind of surprising, at least my weight was surprising this morning, because I actually weighed more today than I did yesterday. But like, I started my fast super early, but I also had like a super heavy meal. I had fettuccine Alfredo and Parmesan crusted chicken. I ordered a piece of carrot cake. I didn't eat the whole thing. I ate like half of it. But outside of that, I pretty much just drank water. I don't remember snacking or anything else. So I think that was really my only meal. But I did try to prioritize hydrating as well. So anyway, yesterday I was 233 even, and this morning after I did my routine, I was 233.8. But with that being said, last week I was 235.8 on Sunday. So I did hit my goal of at least losing a pound over the course of the week. And when I look back and reflected on it, like, it was a good week overall. But as far as like daily progress, I really only made progress weight-wise 2 days. So when I wake up and do my routine and then I weigh in, after that, I will write on my whiteboard, or one of my whiteboards, I will write my weight down. So if my weight is more than it was the previous day, then I'll write it in red. And if it's less than it was the previous day, then I'll write it in green. So looking back at the week, I really only had 2 green days out of 7, but I still lost the 2 pounds. So I look at that like it's cool, because it just shows the consistency in setting realistic goals. You can hit your targets even if like one day you're off, or even multiple days. It's the compound effect. It's the accumulative effort over the course of the whole week and the consistency. So I still lost the 2 pounds. The goal is 1. So again, super easy goal. Now this week, it's the reset. So like, I'm not gonna be like, well, I was supposed to be 234. So next week I'm supposed to be so when I pass it. So now next week I want to be under 232 with make any adjustments from last week, this week, that should be really attainable. Now I have to account for the weekend because I got some birthdays coming up. So my brother-in-law's birthday and Lily's birthday are back to back, Friday and Saturday. And I will be off, and I will be, celebrating their birthdays with them. So I know I need to make sure the beginning of the week, I set the tone and really kind of give myself a little cushion, so that I'm not there, not really fully being in the moment. So overall, last week is the takeaway on the health side is I got the hydration down by just incorporating certain points in my routine to drink water. So once I wake up, before I go on my walk, when I get back from my walk, and then once I'll do my little routine, drink another cup in between then, and then right before I leave for work, drink my 4th cup in the morning. The cups are like 20 ounces. So, by the time I even get to work, I'm already at 80 ounces of water. So I'm super hydrated. And then throughout the day, just kind of balance it out. So we got 10-ounce bottles of water at work. So just drink a bottle like pretty much every couple hours. And then other than that, when I'm working as a sales executive, to go outside and walk around the building in between my tours, drink a bottle of water. But when I'm working as a manager, to make sure when I have a little break and I walk the floor, to just incorporate drinking a bottle of water, so that throughout the day while I'm at work, I at least drink 4 or 5 more bottles of water. So the time I get off, I'm hydrated. And then eat dinner as soon as possible after I get off work. Again, drink water, and start my fast as early as possible. So those are really the takeaways on the health side. And then personally, I think my progress has really come from just listening to people more, and also paying more attention to nonverbals, trying to do better with communicating without people feeling like they're being attacked, kind of accounting for and factoring in, the other person and their perspective. And what I mean by that is, if somebody gets defensive, or if somebody is doing something that I don't necessarily like or I feel is wrong, instead of just kind of going back at it, really, ask questions instead of make statements, to just try to understand where they're coming from before I offer any type of response, advice, perspective, to just make sure that they're cool with that and they're open to it. And really also just being open, like however I feel to say it, and give people the opportunity to, make a choice whether they want to deal with it or not. So those are, I think, my big takeaways from last week. And then aside from that, prioritizing my mental health and committing to doing this. I was super inconsistent. I was consistent with my routine, but I was super inconsistent with actually recording, which was supposed to be one of my goals for the week, to record every day. Family came in town, and I used that as an excuse not to record. And I do say an excuse this time because I could have done it and I just didn't. Because even though they're in town, I'm not with them the entire time. So this week, well, the couple of days that they're here, I want to make sure, I take care of what I need to do first, and then get with them, and then just enjoy the time with them, with my mom, my aunt Pumpkin, and my brother. But to make sure I already checked off all of my boxes, and then get with them, instead of kind of getting with them and still having some things that I need to do for myself. So those are the big takeaways from the week. Obviously, I lost 2 pounds, so it was a successful week from that standpoint. But I came up short as far as recording, and I think, I'll take it because I learned from it, and I really do know that I need to prioritize doing my recordings in the morning. And if I get them in the evening, then great, but I can't not do it in the morning and say I'm gonna do it in the evening, because I tend not to do it anyway. So those are the takeaways. So this week, I really want to try to focus on making sure that I do my recording in the morning, and then hopefully I can get to like the general content after this, but this just to keep myself on track and give myself kind of a baseline of what I need to focus on, prioritize, and what's working for me, and just be accountable. So I'm gonna look through this stuff and figure out what I want to post, and then I'll make another video for that. That's the intent. If I don't do it again, I'll hold myself accountable, and this will be a different conversation about what adjustments I need to make next time. But for right now, the morning videos are going to be for me, and then I'll go through them and try to kind of take content that I feel like is worth sharing with other people, and then post that to the public. So that's what it is for today. I use my FMLA, and that's why I have it, because if I didn't do this, it would have threw my whole day off. So like, it's such a blessing to like see pieces falling in place, and then when I can incorporate, you know, the stuff and benefit from it, then it makes it kind of more encouraging about the future, where some other things start to fall in place, like get my disability back, getting whatever settlement from this accident. So again, got to do that stuff to get the benefit. So that's where my head is at.